I just had a revelation that I had to share with you on Thanksgiving, and it's so powerful that I recorded the video earlier, and the audio was very bad, and so I decided to like, oh my gosh, it's flashing, which means the battery is dying. Hopefully, it will last me the video, but I decided to grab a mic so that I can share this powerful revelation with you. And it's from a story that we know and love, but this is just gonna blow your mind on Thanksgiving. Like, you're never ever in life going to view Thanksgiving the same. And so the story is taken from the book of Jonah, right? And a lot of us know Jonah. We know him as being in the belly of the whale, or the belly of the fish. They call him a whale in the they call it a whale in the Old Testament and a fish in the New Testament. But you know he's in the belly of this sea creature, right? And he gets a bad rap because instead of doing what God told him to do, he ran away to go do something else. Like, God sent him east, and he went far west as possible. Like, he was bent on not following God's instruction. And a lot of us are like Jonah, right? God tells us to do something, and we find every excuse under the sun not to do that thing. Well, we see the situation that Jonah ended up in. He's in the ship, and it's headed to Tarshish. Mind you, Jonah had some money, because in order to board one of these ships, you had to have some moolah. So Jonah had money, and he saw the boat, decided he was gonna go as far away from Nineveh as possible, and so he went on this boat. Now, while he was on the boat, he was sleeping, and there was a storm that was raging. So one of the men they were praying to their gods, but the sea wasn't being calm. It was still rough. So they went down to grab Jonah and was like, please pray to your God to see if there's something that can happen, to stop this commotion that's going on in the sea. Like, we're getting ready to be capsized, be overturned, and die. Like, say something to your God so that he can rescue us. And Jonah fully knew that he was the problem. He knew that it was him that was causing the sea to rage like that. How many of you know when you have like bad people in your life, terrible people in your boat, people who are disobedient to God, and if your life was going good, because you have somebody in your life that's disobedient to God, that things can just start being rocky around you, things can start being shaky around you. Because of this one man, these people were going through like a tempestuous storm. Anyways, I digress. Right? So then Jonah, no, they casted lots and it fell on Jonah. And Jonah was like, yeah, I'm God's prophet. And he sent me to go X. And I decided to go Y. And if you guys throw me in the water, then it will stop. So they decided to help him because they're not gonna throw him overboard because clearly he's gonna drown, right? That's what they're thinking. So they're going back towards shore, but as they're going back towards shore, the seas just start getting more boisterous. Like, the boat is now rocking like crazy, right? They are going to die. So then Jonah was like, you know what? Just throw me over, and then everything will be all right. The minute they threw Jonah into the water, the moment they threw Jonah into the water, it was like sunshine, birds chirping. Like, it was so peaceful. Sometimes you have some people in your life, and you know, battery's low. Things won't get better until you remove them from your life. The birds won't start chirping in your life until you remove certain people from your life. Anyways, that's not the revelation. The revelation is gonna be so good, guys. So he gets swallowed by the whale, and he's in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. Now, the belly of the whale was nasty, right? Some commentators have compared it to hell. That's how disgusting it was, right? It was dark, no light, no nothing, and it was compared to Hades, to hell. So Jonah is in the belly of the whale, and he was on a mandatory 3 day fast. There was no food, no, yeah, he's in the belly of the whale. So he says a prayer, and it's so powerful. It's in Jonah 2, verse 9, and I actually have it on my laptop here, which I'm struggling to open. So he's in the belly of the fish, and now he's praying. And if you go to Jonah 2, verse 9, you see in the last line of the prayer, it says, I will sacrifice to you with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay you what I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. When you are in the belly of a fish, it can be hard to give God thanks. Do it anyway. A sacrifice isn't necessarily easy. Giving thanks while you are going through bad times is the sacrifice of thanksgiving. How many of you have just been going through like something crazy in life, right? And you're expected to give thanks during that time? Like your finances don't look like what it should look like, or your marriage doesn't look like, or your kids acting up, and yet you're supposed to still give thanks during that time. That is when it becomes a sacrifice, when it feels like that is impossible to do, but you're doing it just the same, and that genuinely touches the heart of God. Hi everybody, I'm seeing your comments. So notice what happens when Jonah offers God this sacrifice of thanksgiving. This is where it gets powerful. God spoke to what was holding him captive. What is holding you captive? What tough situation are you going through right now? Right? Giving God thanks can literally turn the situation around. Praise, you know how faithful it looks if you're going through something and you're thanking God like He's already worked it out for you? That's your faith will make you whole. That's all I'll say on that. Right? Instead of complaining, a lot of us are like the children of Israel. We read the Bible and they do the same thing over and over again, and they get in the same type of trouble over and over again, and we think we're better than them. But no, a lot of us are like the children of Israel. As soon as something hard or difficult hit, we get in complaining mode all over again. So, thanksgiving instead of complaining, right? He says he will offer the sacrifice of thanksgiving. I use the Strong's Concordance to find like the Hebrew definition of words or the Greek definition of words, because that gives you the original meaning from the Bible. That word sacrifice, it means to slaughter, it means to kill, and it has a bunch of other meanings on there. But the sacrifice in the Old Testament was supposed to point to the salvific work of Jesus Christ in the New Testament. So every time they slaughtered an animal, that was supposed to point to the slaughtering of Christ. Many people didn't get it. Some people, even now, unfortunately, still don't get it. But that was why they slaughtered animals back then, right? Your thank you to God is equal to you slaughtering an animal and offering it up to God, like, here, Lord, I'm sacrificing this to you. Literally. Your thank you to God is your reminder of the sacrifice of the cross. Your thank you to God is a reminder to you that God is the Savior. Your thank you to God is a reminder that no matter how big or how difficult your situation seems, you serve a bigger God. You serve a God who is bigger than your problem, who is bigger than your challenges. That's the type of God you serve. And so I say all of that to say that you should never view Thanksgiving the same. It is a powerful weapon in your armor as a Christian, and just wield it wisely. And I know it's easier said than done, right? Right now, I can say, "Oh, I'm going to give God thanks," but when stuff hits the fan, am I really going to give God thanks? And something you have to like premeditate that you're going to do before anything happens. And even right now, if you're going through something in life, if you're going through something hard, there's so many people are going through a lot of stuff. If you're going through a divorce, if you're going through um, I don't know, problems with court, problems with money, whatever your issue is, if you can give God thanks in the middle of the storm, it makes a difference. All right. Hi, Rita, and hi, everybody else. Thank you so much for joining this live. And as God gives me revelation, I'll be doing and posting more lives. And so I hope the audio is better this time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, see you in the next live.